Hey, by the way, how do you put on this thing? Oh, a cable. Okay. Okay, then that's okay. I think it will just sit here. Hello guys, welcome to Life Pro. My name is Manu. Piano. Is this a piano or a keyboard? I think this is a keyboard. Yeah, keyboard. Yes, and so hello guys, welcome to Life Pro. My name is Manu. Yes, and so in today's video, finally we are actually doing a video here in our studio. I think the previous video that I did about me quitting my job and everything I did on the green screen, I believe you saw that video. And now today I'm on this other side, and yeah, I'm loving this place. I'm loving how this place looks like. And so in today's video I'm actually going to be talking about leadership and my experience being a youth leader actually. Yeah, so actually one of the things that actually encouraged me to do this video is I got awarded something here. They gave me a gift pack just I think actually last Sunday. That is like 5 days ago. Yeah, like 5 days ago they awarded me with this because I've been a leader, actually a youth leader now I've been a youth leader for like 4 years now. So one of the things that they actually gave me was actually this. I don't know if you can see it or it's actually showing upside down. Let me read for you. This certificate is gladly presented to Emmanuel for your exemplary service in the Lord as a head of department and as a member of the Sitam Nakuru Advisory Board. And so let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 17. 6th December 2020, that's the date. My photo is actually there. I loved it, like it just looks so nice. There goes my photo and the signature of the senior pastor. There goes the church logo, Sitam. Yes, and so I was given and so I was actually given this. That's how it looks like. I can actually like just place it somewhere. And like I just loved it. It looks so nice. It's so cute. Yes, it just looks so nice. I'm trying to get a thumbnail photo. Anyway, yeah, that's what I was given. And also in addition to that, I was also given this Masai Shuka. Let's unwrap it. Like it's actually been almost 5 days. I've not opened these things yet. Wow, a Masai Shuka. It smells nice. Let's just have it behind here. And so yes, and so yes guys, and so I've been actually a youth leader now for, as I said, for 4 years now. And I just felt I'm not actually doing this video because Manu is so good in leadership. Manu, you are no. The reason I decided to do this video is because of the things that I learned, the challenges I've been facing and I'm still facing because I'm still a leader. The challenges I've faced and those that I'm still facing being a leader, so that I believe a leader outside there or somebody who is actually thinking about being a leader will actually be encouraged. And so I remember I started leadership. Okay, back in primary school, I was a leader. I was a class monitor. I think that's where my leadership started. I was a class monitor back in primary school, and being a class, actually I was a strict class monitor. People hated me because I was msoro, like you know msoro. Yes, I was msoro. Msoro actually means like you're just strict. You're just msoro. How do you say msoro? Tell me in the comment section below msoro in English. Like you're a person that people don't love you because if something happens, you go report to the teacher, you're just msoro. Yeah. And so I was a msoro monitor in primary. In high school I was not a leader. I became a CU leader for some time. Yes, and then after that I just became a member of the Christian Union. Yes, this is the Christian Union, and so I was a leader of the CU once. Then I left, and so in high school I was not a leader, and so my leadership, actually I think I can say my leadership started just after Form 4, because after clearing Form 4 and I joined the Sitam Church. We were there in the youth ministry together with some of my friends, actually people like Fred. We were serving together with Fred and someone else called Jemo Karis. Like we were serving together with these people in the youth leadership. And so I remember, like, each and every time the service was beginning, we would actually run, get the speakers, get water for the speaker, arrange the seats, white the seats. Like, man, that is like actually in 2016, yeah, immediately after clearing Form 4. And now in our in the youth ministry, they decided to actually pick leaders, to select leaders for the youth ministry, youth HOD, youth in charge of media, in charge of protocol, in charge of worship, in charge of men, in charge of everything. And the leaders were called. Actually, they were selected 6 leaders, and so they called all the 5 leaders, and then the 5 leaders were actually asked to stand up so that they can be prayed for, and we all clapped for them, and as they stood up. But now, before the preacher prayed, actually the preacher, I remember the one who was to pray for them, she actually said, "Oh, before you continue, Manuh, stand, you're also supposed to be a leader." Like, she had already forgotten about Manuh. She never mentioned Manuh. You know, Manuh is like a small boy, eh? At that time I'm actually 18 years. Yes, at that time I'm actually 18 years. I've just turned 18, and so they said, "Oh, Manuh, we almost forgot you. Stand. You're also supposed to be a leader." And so I was like, I'm also a leader. Okay. And so I stood, and the position that I was actually given, I was selected as the leader of creative ministry, because I've been doing spoken word in church. Actually, generally because of spoken word and also dancing. And so I was given the department of creative ministry. Yes, that's how I started leadership, and so I started organizing people, encouraging people. Actually, that's how we even came to do Life Pro, because Life Pro is about encouraging people in their talents and arts, and that's the same position that I was actually given the first time I became a leader in church, leader of the creative ministry. And so that is a ministry that has always been in my heart. I love that. And just recently, 2 years ago, I was now made to be the HOD, the youth HOD, and I was not prepared for this, because the person who was the youth HOD, he was there serving every time. He would actually call me, "Manuh, I need you to actually lead prayers this Sunday. So please ensure you're in church early." And so I'll say, "Yeah, I'll be there." But I always missed. I missed a lot. Like, I was not that committed, because I knew, see, Geoffrey is here. Geoffrey will always be in church. Geoffrey is the HOD. He'll always do everything. And so I was not that committed. But now it's reached a point when now the HOD was supposed to leave, and he was to go to a school in another, different in another county, actually Machakos. And I salute you, Geoffrey. And so Geoffrey came to me like almost 2 weeks before he went, and he told me, "By the way, Manuh, you are actually, is it 2 weeks or a week before he left? He told me, by the way, Manuh, you are going to be the new HOD." Me. You're going to be the new HOD because I'll be leaving. Yeah, and so I was like, wait, now by then I was 20 years old. What is the work of a HOD? What am I supposed to do? And so he left me now as the HOD. And I was not prepared, because I used to depend on him. I knew Geoffrey is there, he'll just do everything. And so now I had to learn it the hard way. And now, being the HOD, actually it means, as I actually read in the award that I was given, like I was sitting in the Sitam Nakuru advisory board. The advisory board, this is actually the committee or the board that actually makes decision for the church. The church decisions are actually made in the advisory committee, and I was sitting in that board. Yeah, like you can imagine, that board comprises, it has the pastors, the senior pastor, the pastors, the elders of the church, and now Manuh. Wow, see, I was the youngest, because I think they were all 40 and above. Yeah, all of them are actually 40 and above, and Manuh is there, 20 years old, serving and going to meetings with people who are 40, 50, 60 years old, and I remember most of the time I never used to talk because I was just looking at the people that I'm actually in the meeting with. I was even feeling guilty, like, am I supposed to be here? Am I supposed to be a leader? That's how I used to feel actually those days. But now as time went by, I went and I now took this as an opportunity to actually learn and to actually grow in leadership. Yes, and so that's how it was. And I remember now being a leader, some of the things that actually being a leader helped me, actually being a youth leader, it helped me because now youths could actually now come to me if they have a question, if they want somebody to pray with, they'll actually come to me. Oh, by the Manuh, I have this issue, please pray with me. By the Manuh, how will you advise me? I am having this challenge. What should I do? Like blah blah blah, such things. I'll actually talk to them. But now, personally, I started being affected now as a leader. It started actually going against me. But the mistake I did is the fact that I never had an accountability partner and a mentor. I never had an accountability partner. I never had a mentor, because I think I was actually sharing with another leader yesterday. Like, as I was a leader, most of the time, even in the story in the Bible, how mother was going to prepare tea for Jesus, and as she prepares tea for Jesus, Mary was just at the feet of Jesus, listening and learning, hearing the wisdom and the word that was coming from the mouth of Jesus, when mother is out there just serving and preparing everything. Yeah, and I just saw myself in mother, because most of the time in church I never sat down. I never sit down, because I'm just there, going for the speaker, going for the keyboards, ensuring, like, just organizing everything. And now, personally, I was not having that time whereby I come sit down and hear the word. I was just serving more than growing. And something that challenged me is the fact that, we will not go to heaven because we served. The fact that you're actually serving so well, that will not take you to heaven. What will take you to heaven is actually your personal relationship with Christ. And that is the point that I actually missed. I've missed that point because I was just about serving, but I'm not growing spiritually. And I came across a quote from Sinach. I was watching an interview whereby Sinach was being interviewed in TBN. Sinach was being interviewed, and she said, never let your demand outdo your devotion. Never let your demand outdo your devotion. And so personally, I saw myself as if actually my demand was outdoing my personal devotion with God. Like, I was more into serving than into seeking God. And that's the number one mistake that I actually did as a leader. And it affected me so much, because now when Corona struck, now I started being like what will I say? Now this is the time that when Corona struck, now I'm not serving as I used to serve in church, going like everywhere. Now this is me just at home doing my personal devotion, now getting to have that quiet time for myself, because initially I was just about serving, but now I have to be there seeking God for myself, and it's not been easy, but I thank God. This has actually, the Corona period has actually been a time for me to do personal reflection, to actually have time with God and get to realize what was my purpose, why I being a leader, was I actually growing? How did that help me grow actually more so spiritually? And I think that's the point that many leaders miss. We focus on doing the job, doing our roles, serving is actually good. Actually, as we serve, we are actually adding to the crown that you'll be given in heaven. You're making your crown to be more and more beautiful, through your service. But now, how do you expect your crown to be beautiful if at all you even never make it to heaven in the first place. Yeah, you may be making your crown more beautiful, helping the poor, doing this, but your personal relationship with God is not good, and so you are making a crown that you're actually not even going to get, because you'll not make it to heaven if at all your relationship with God is not good. Yeah, and so that challenged me, and that's actually a challenge I'd love to throw to any leader, whoever is watching. Even if you're a leader, even if it's not in most of the leaders in church, those who are leaders in church, that's the challenge I'll throw, that don't let your demand outdo your devotion. And so it's actually been a nice time being a leader. I've learned a lot. Like, even being part of that committee, it challenged me a lot. Like, now I understand how they come up with some of the rules that are made in church, some of the decisions that are actually made in church. I was part of that, and so it made me now get to have an idea of how these things are done. It gave me that knowledge, and also it helped me, like, it challenged me to even think as a leader. Yeah, not just as a young boy, not just as a 20-year-old. Okay, right now I'm 22, but not just as a 20-year-old. It made me now start thinking now even as a leader. And like, as they say, you cannot give what you don't have. And so if at all you are a leader, you have to first of all feed this guy. First of all, feed yourself, because whatever you put inside of you, that's the same thing that will actually come out. And so feed your spirit, so that even as people come to you to ask you to pray for them, to ask you questions, you're actually speaking out of, like, it will not be you just speaking to them. God will be speaking to them through you, like, you get. And yeah, but leadership is actually such a nice thing. And so right now I'm not the HOD. My term ended. We normally serve as a HOD for 2 years, and so since I was 20, right now I'm 22. I did the 2 years. It ended last Sunday, and right now I'm a leader in creative ministry. Like, wait, actually I was taken back to creative ministry, because initially I was a leader in creative ministry in the youth ministry, and then I went to HOD of the youth ministry, now at large. And right now I'm now from HOD youth ministry, I'm now a creative ministry leader. I'm assistant leader for creative ministry. And this creative ministry, like, it involves skits, doing dramas, doing performances. Like, yeah, it involves all those things, and I'm actually so happy for that. And so if you're out there as a leader, I'll keep repeating this: don't let your demand outdo your devotion. And mine is as much like, after you have now after you have worked on your relationship with God, your devotion with God is actually good, and now ensure that you actually lead with all your heart, like you give yourself fully. Because I remember actually, even as I was serving, I being a leader there in church, like, scholarships came. I got a scholarship to go do the film production school that I actually went to early this year. I got that scholarship while I was serving. Actually, I was the text message was actually sent while I'm in a Bible study. I was in a Bible study, a teens Bible study, and after the Bible study, I just went outside, checked my phone. Oh, you have been selected for a scholarship. Yeah, like, actually, but now the thing is, we don't serve so that God can give us good things. We serve, like, as we are serving, we are actually serving God. And even as it says in Colossians, like, do it with all your heart. Whatever you do it with all your heart as unto the Lord, even if no one is seeing you. If at all you are wiping those seats, if at all you're in the praise and worship team, like, once your relationship with God is good, now, like, serve with all your heart. Serve, and don't be afraid of leadership. Many people are actually afraid of leadership. Do I, Manuh, now what am I going to do? No. Like, I remember a friend of mine asked me the other day, but hey, Manuh, who made you HOD? And I remember I answered her, see, it's those church leaders who selected me as the HOD. And she said, no, not the church leaders, it's God who made you HOD. And so even for you, it's God that has actually made you that leader that you are right now. Even if it's not in church, even if it's in school, it's God that has actually made you that leader so that you can represent him there. And so represent God wherever you are. And so thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you. And so remember to subscribe down below to Life Probe. And thank you so much. Let me finish with my